This new ad by Donald Trump may just swing the election in his favor because it just completely destroys Kamala and all of her BS narratives. You are not going to want to miss this.
Speaking in North Carolina at a very poorly attended rally and talking about how horrible everything is in the country, we knew it would turn into a Trump campaign ad, and damn it, were we right. Comrade Kamala Harris, we think Commie Kamala would be much better, but anyway, Comrade Kamala Harris in a genius ad flip-flopping, talking about how proud she is of Joe Biden, the Joe Biden regime, but also how terrible everything is at the same time. Check this out.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread cost 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
This has been a major issue for us. We have been asking people, everybody who comes on the show, like, how are you going to run a campaign against yourself? You know, you've been in charge. Your party has been in charge for like the last 16 years. How are you going to run that everything has gone to shambles and gone to hell in a handbasket in this country when you're the person who's been in control of the country?
They're going to blame it on Biden, even though it's not even Biden running the country, just as it would not be Kamala running the country if she somehow miraculously gets into the White House. It is the establishment. It is the shadow government. Neither of these people are actually running the country. Do you actually believe Joe Biden is calling the shots in the Oval Office? Does anyone with a brain believe that? These were conspiracy theories 4 or 5 years ago, but we have lived this day in and day out. We know they are not cognitively fit to run this country. And it would not surprise me if Kamala somehow blames the country's situation on Donald Trump, even though he's been out of the White House since 2020, even though she's in the Oval Office every single day.
Try and process. There are a lot of stupid people in the country, I guess, like that's their hope, but like this isn't, I think, going to work for normal people with functional brainstems. Again, Donald Trump got a single term in office. And the last 12 of the last 16 years has been run by Democrats. And then Democrats pretty much ran everything. They had they had massive majorities in the House and in the Senate during Donald Trump's administration. They did everything to hamstring Donald Trump. So you could technically argue that Democrats have been in control for the better part of the last 2 decades. So who do you blame? Yourself when things suck. Donald Trump's been releasing some banger campaign ads as of late. We've covered all of them. Here are some of our favorite.
With your support, we will go on to victory, the likes of which no one has ever seen before. We will evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House, and we will take back our country on November 5th, 2024. The great silent majority is rising like never before, and under our leadership, the forgotten man and woman will be forgotten no longer. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us. Under Harris, over 10 million illegally here. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. Brutal migrant crimes. And ISIS now here.
Do you have any plans to visit the border? You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Kamala Harris, failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her.
You're considered the most liberal United States senator. Well, actually, the nonpartisan GovTrack has rated you as the most liberal senator.
She's proud of that.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
We are going to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented and cross borders criminals. That's correct. That is correct.
A lot of the signs at the rally you just held were people standing there saying, abolish ICE.
Yeah.
Is that a position that you agree with?
We need to probably think about starting from scratch.
So you support giving universal health care, Medicare for all to people who are in this country illegally?
I am opposed to any policy that would deny in our country any human being public health, period.
Are you for defunding the police?
How are you defining defund the police? It's actually wrong and backward to think that more police officers will create more safety. We need to get rid of money bail.
Convicted, in prison, like the Boston Marathon bomber, on death row, people who are convicted of sexual assault, they should be able to vote?
I think we should have that conversation. I am prepared to get rid of the filibuster to pass a Green New Deal. I have always supported Medicare for all. I was very happy to sign on to Bernie's bill, and I give Bernie, frankly, a lot of credit. There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
Do you ban plastic straws?
I think we should.
Kamala was in on it. She covered up Joe's obvious mental decline.
Our president is in good shape, in good health, tireless, vibrant, and I have no doubt about the strength of the work that we have done.
But Kamala knew Joe couldn't do the job, so she did it. Look what she got done. A border invasion, runaway inflation, the American dream dead. They created this mess. Kamala owns this failed record. Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Warning. The following may upset liberals who don't want voters to know the truth about Kamala Harris.
If you ever wondered how Joe Biden could get the border so screwed up, remember, he had help. Here's Biden appointing Kamala Harris to be his border czar to deal with illegal immigration. And here are a record number of illegal immigrants, 10 million and counting, flooding over the border after Harris was put in charge of stopping illegal immigration. To be fair, Harris got off to a rough start by ignoring the border.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Harris was liberal on illegal immigration before she ever reached the White House. As a prosecutor in San Francisco, Harris allowed illegal immigrant drug dealers to enter job training and have their criminal records wiped clean. One of the illegal immigrants Harris released went on to steal an SUV and ran down a young woman, seriously injuring her. And, of course, Harris backs sanctuary city laws that harbor illegal immigrants, even criminals. She even backs taxpayer-funded health care for illegals, record illegal immigration, special treatment for illegals, taxpayer-paid benefits. And Harris still doesn't get it.
I've been working on this issue for a very long time.
That's the truth about Kamala Harris. She's dangerously liberal on illegal immigration.
There's one thing that Donald Trump forgot when he was listing out Make America Prosperous Again, Make America Safe Again, Make America United Again. The Democrats and the mainstream media have been dividing our country for the last 2 decades. The elites in power want the masses divided because it's easier to rule over them if they're fighting each other and not fighting the true enemy, which has been them all along. Kamala Harris is just a cog in the machine. She is not the one that will be calling the shots if she gets in. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, he is a man on a mission. He only wants to become president of the United States, make a better life for everyday Americans. He sat there and saw this country being destroyed and said, you know what? This country has given me so much. I want to make sure this country is still around, still as prosperous as it was when I was growing up for my grandkids. So I have the utmost respect for someone who would take that many sacrifices just for the betterment of this nation. I'll tell you what, Trump will make us united again because he's already bringing together prominent Democrats, Elon Musk, Robert F. Kennedy, Tulsi Gabbard. The list grows every single day because the Democratic Party today is not what it was even 5-10 years ago. They have become so radical to the point people see it as an existential threat. You either vote for Donald Trump or our country will be destroyed. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below. What do you think? Is Kamala coming up with all these decisions on her own, or is she just a puppet being controlled by a higher power? Let me know your thoughts on this, and if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. Until next time.